just the model of chicken.
Yeah, basically what they eat, what they feed them, and stuff like that,
Right,
and the
right.
temperature and all that stuff.
Do you have free range chickens over there?
Yeah, yeah. There's some free range chicken, free range cattle is in New Mexico.
Yeah, because that's a big thing
You
over
better
here. Is
watch your
like,
speed because they'll just wander right across the road.
oh yeah, it's like, well, no. That's not what I mean. Free range over here is like they are kept in a thingy, but they've got a lot of land. And there was an advert on telly.
Yeah.
There's chickens riding around on quads and riding around on cars and stuff. So they let them just ride around the fields on quads and stuff. That's what free range is. Do you know what I mean? It's
Oh,
not
okay.
like
Well,
it's not,
well, we have the farms, and they have the free range chicken that what you're talking
yeah,
about. They go
yeah,
out in the field
riding
and
on
all that
quads.
stuff, and yeah. But what I was talking about is the cattle, the cows.
Oh,
They're
right,
free
yeah.
range. They're free range. They'll go right across the road in New Mexico,
Never.
and you got to drive over like cattle guards, and you go through this
Oh, right.
stretch of road, but you have to do a certain speed because if a cow walks out.
Yeah, I'll probably do more damage to your car than it would the cow, to be fair.
Now,
Those things are
I've
huge.
I've I've heard this a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, and I've heard it on the internet. I've seen YouTube videos on accents and stuff, and I've gone through Irish accents.
Yeah,
And Irish accents, it's based on your accent is where you're from.
yeah,
So no matter how rich or poor you are, your accent defines you in England.
yeah. That is true, to be fair. Well, it doesn't define. It definitely tells you. It definitely tells you within 5 seconds of meeting somebody where they're from. Like you'll know from their accent straight away that they're from this certain place. Um,
Yeah, if you're from Yorkshire or Lancaster or you know
oh
stuff
God, we
stuff
are
like
not
that.
the same. Yorkshire and Lancaster, they're not the same. Lancashire and Yorkshire are not the same. They are two
No, no, no,
totally.
no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
Oh yeah,
your accent
yeah,
your accent can tell you if you're from Lancaster
yeah,
or Yorkshire or somewhere else.
yeah, and they vary so much as well. So you could literally go 10 mile up the road and they'll have a different accent from people like 10 mile the other way. Do you know what I mean? There's that many accents and that many little twangs and little things how they say different stuff. And like when I go like working in London and stuff like that, and I'm calling everyone a cock, like, "Hey up, cock, you all right?" And they're looking at me funny, like, "Has he just called me a cock?" But then I realise I'm like, I realise like, like shit. I'm in London. They're not used to that kind of language. So I'm walking around there
Yeah.
like, "Hey up, cock, you all right?" Or walk into a shop, I'm like, "I'll have a bottle of water, please, cocker." And they're like, "You just called me a cock."
Look at this
So
fucking
yeah,
wanker.
yeah. So it definitely varies a hell of a lot with the accents. 100%. Is that the same in America, or is it like one state's got an accent and then another
Yeah.
state's got another accent, or is it like inside the
Yeah,
state they've got
because
different accents?
like when you go northeast, like Boston or Baston is it's Baston.
Boston,
It's not
Boston,
it's not Boston. Yeah.
Boston,
And then you get it
Boston.
and then you get into New York. New York and
Yeah,
it's coffee. Coffee.
yeah. That's
Like
the
CAW.
stereotypical. Like, "Hey man, watch it, man. I'm gonna get coffee. Watch it,
Yeah.
man."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. And then when you start going south, I think it's right around West Virginia is that line. There's a hard
right,
line right there.
right.
And your northern accent doesn't go past that line. Like North Carolina, South Carolina, and then you got Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida. Those are all
Yeah,
your like deep southern accents. Like I
yeah, yeah.
say out, like I say hour, but somebody from
Hour.
like Tennessee or Kentucky will be like it's half past the hour. They will
Yeah.
say it's half past air. It's just
Really?
air. AIR. That's how they say hour.
Half
So
past
it's
air.
you can tell it's the same over here. You can tell like what geographical location in the United States someone's from by their
Yeah.
accent. Like Midwestern is like Travis.
Right,
It's
right.
kind of like no accent.
very
he's
annoying.
almost like he's like right there in the middle, no accent at all. Is in the Midwest, so he has an accent. He's further west, like
Yeah.
Northeast cuts off, and then you go Midwest and Kenny and Cariana. They have that accent. You can tell they're kind of Midwestern,
See,
and then
I don't see that. I see like when I first heard Kenny in that, I thought it was like down south, like Tennessee sort of like way. I don't know
no,
why.
no, no, no,
I
no,
just thought
no.
it was like it just seemed more southern, but I don't know.
Oh, you
I
you
wouldn't be
go on
able to pick
YouTube.
accents out.
If you go on YouTube and you pull up Tennessee people accents, you'll be able to tell.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
totally
California,
different.
it's a totally different culture over there. It's like
Yeah,
it's the surfboard kind of people, and
yeah,
you've heard Moose speak, so that's kind of like what they speak like
yeah.
over
To be honest, I like my favorite band's Blink 182. So I've watched a lot of
there. Huh?
interviews and stuff, and I know that accent. Like I could probably pick that accent out, but other than that, I'm
And then
pretty stupid. I'm an idiot.
when you get over central, like North Dakota, uh, Michigan, that like near the Canadian border,
Yeah,
it's all they all have that Canadian kind of lingo up there.
yeah.
They speak
While we're
weird.
speaking of states, speaking on the subject of states, I have a question, and it's a big one because it's ground my gears for a long time. So you look on the map of America, and
Uh-huh.
you've got a state. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but you've got a state called Kansas,
Yes.
right? You probably know where I'm going with this. So why is the other state that looks like it's pronounced like Arkansas is pronounced
Mm.
Arkansas? Who in the right mind made this up? Who made this up?
Oh,
Some
I'm
sort
about
of
to fry your
mythical,
noodle.
some sort of mythical creature just thought, yeah, we'll spell it like Arkansas, but everyone's got to pronounce it Arkansas. Like, what is going on? What is happening?
I'm about to fry your noodle.
Go on, go for it. Go for it.
Where I met my wife in Texas,
Yeah,
there's a city where I met my wife. It's called Aransas, which is
right,
Aransas.
right.
But um, Kansas and Arkansas, that's how you pronounce Arkansas.
Yeah,
They they didn't want to be associated with Kansas, so they made their own pronunciation, and they didn't
right,
want to
right,
be part. They didn't want to be like any other state. So,
right. I get you. I get
but
you.
don't talk too bad about Arkansas because you
No,
know
no, no, no. I'm not talking bad at
that's
all.
Kenny's neck of the woods.
I'm not talking. I'm not talking. I'm not talking bad at all. But Kenny, if you are listening, it's stupid. All right, it's silly. Let's stop playing these games. Let's stop playing these games now. It's just silly.
Now, do you use a fork and knife to eat a hamburger from McDonald's, or y'all just eat it with your hands?
Who in the right mind would use a knife and fork at McDonald's?
I don't know.
Don't tell me it happens over there. Don't tell me.
No. Oh no.
No, no, mate.
Well,
It's like eating
well,
pizza with a knife and fork.
well. You get these little richy girls,
Yeah.
and they will eat it with a knife and fork.
No. Did McDonald's
Oh yeah.
provide the knife and fork, or is it like they have to
No,
bring their own diamond
it will
encrusted
be at a
fork?
fancy restaurant. It'll be at a fancy restaurant. You will never catch these girls in a McDonald's
Right.
anywhere.
Right.
They eat at fancy restaurants
That's
where
crazy. That.
your hamburger's the size of a quarter.
Yeah. That's kind of as like because I do know some people that do actually do this, but eating a pizza with a knife and fork, what is that about? What on earth?
I guess it's because it's too hot to hold or something.
Oh no, no! Wear gloves, man. Don't use a knife and fork. Just put some gloves on, some oven mitts or something. Come on, can't be eating pizza with a knife
I
and
don't eat
fork.
mine with a knife and fork. I pick it
Good, good. You'll do for me, Dave. You'll do for me.
up.
That's a tick in the box. 100%.
Oh, I think I got a couple more here. Let me see.
This was meant to be a
So what?
this was meant to be a quick pick. This was meant to be a quick picks. This
Hey,
turned out to be an
we might
absolute
just have to split it up into like 2 or 3. But,
yeah.
so your steering wheel's on the left side of the car,
Indeed.
but y'all drive on
Oh
the
no! It's on
right side.
no. It's the other way around. Steering wheel's on the right, and we
Okay,
drive on the
but
left.
y'all
We
drive on
drive
the
on the
same
left.
side of the road we'd like to drive on.
Do you drive on the left?
No, we drive on the right.
Yeah, no, we drive on the left. Basically, your steering wheel's always on the white line, so like you're
Yeah.
always there's cars
So y'all are
to the
back.
right
Y'all are still backwards from us.
I actually believe more countries drive on the left than they do the right.
See, we drive on the right side of the road.
I
You
could
know,
have told you.
right.
Yeah. Do you mean the correct way? But it's not the correct
The
way. It's stupid.
the correct parentheses right in parentheses.
I I actually rented a car on holiday in Greece, and
Uh
we came to a roundabout traffic circle. Do your own conversion, and I nearly
huh. Uh-huh.
went because in Greece they drive on the right, and do they
Okay.
drive on the right or do they drive on the left? Not
Oh, I
Greece,
don't
sorry.
know. I've never been to Greece.
No, I think Greece might drive on the left. It might be It might be a different. I can't remember. But anyways, the long story short, I nearly went round the roundabout the wrong way. But because obviously, if you're driving on the right side, you don't go right.
Hmm.
You don't go clockwise round the roundabout. You go anti-clockwise. So I obviously
Okay.
forgot and nearly went clockwise round one and destroyed
Now,
everybody.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to ask you this question,
Right,
but it's hilarious.
right.
Um,
Go for
what
it.
do y'all
Go for
call?
it.
What do you? Okay, let me ask it this way. What do y'all call a cigarette?
Right. There is a couple of there's a couple of choices here. There's a
Now
few.
I know one that in the United States, it's a offensive term.
Yeah,
We'll put it that way.
yeah. Well, there's a funny story actually about the term in question because
Mhm.
I asked a guy on holiday in Saint Lucia. He was from North Carolina.
Oh
And
wow.
he was smoking at the bar, and
Uh-huh.
I'd left my cigarettes on the sun lounger, and we was in like the pool bar, so it was there smoking away, and we got chatting and stuff, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm into fishing and all this shit." So
Uh,
I asked him. I said, "Oh, like we'd had a few beers," so I said, "Oh, do you mind if I borrow that word?" Not going to say
yeah.
it, but yeah, that word. And he looked at me. Honest to God, his whole demeanor just changed, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "What did you just say?" And I went, can I have a cigarette
Can I
in
bum
that
all you know
term?"
what?
Yeah. I had to explain it all to him, and he was like, "Mate, that is absolutely crazy." Like we laughed it off, and it was there was no harm done or anything, but it was just yeah. He said if you said that in a pub or like a bar over in my thingy, they would like they'd take some serious offence to it. You'd probably get headbutted. So yeah, we call cigarettes but I would say boonie, but that's more me and my brother. We say, "Oh, we're having a boonie," or woodbine,
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can. A tab. Can I have a pinch of
Yeah.
tab? I say tab quite a lot. I don't smoke anymore. Actually, I vape. I know.
Because what makes it hilarious the way I'm reading it is I'm going out for a you know what.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I know. It's crazy, but yeah,
okay.
it wouldn't offend in the UK.
Now here comes your TikTok kicking in the blind. Baked
Right.
beans are a typical breakfast favorite, and you'll
Yep.
find it in cooked breakfast.
Yep. They are.
It can also be called black pudding.
No, black pudding is different.
Oh, okay.
Black pudding is basically, I
Oh,
don't know
that's
how
blood
it's made.
sausage.
That's it, yeah, blood sausage, yeah. So baked beans, a national treasure in my eyes.
Hmm.
We have it on a lot of stuff, but the main thing you've got to know about beans, and actually, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the next episode of the podcast. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
there is a British staple dish that everybody likes, and it involves beans. It's three ingredients basically, but yeah, you'll all will be revealed on the next podcast. But yeah, beans rule. Beans rock.
Now, when you come over here, do you drink Coke?
I do drink
Okay,
Coke. Partial
your
to a
Cokes
Coke.
over there, I believe, have real sugar.
Yeah, they've still got the full fat Cokes. We've also got the Coke Zero and the Diet Coke.
But your regular Cokes have real sugar in them. Now, over here, they're going to taste a lot different over here because they
Really?
have high fructose corn syrup that
Right.
replaces the sugar. So
Right.
they don't taste like real sugar.
Right. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'll definitely be able to tell the difference then. I wonder if it's better or
Oh,
worse.
it's better with real sugar because high
You
fructose
reckon?
corn syrup stores fat.
Right. What about the taste though? Does it taste better
It
with the
tastes a
corn
lot
syrup
different.
or?
It tastes a lot different.
Yeah, I bet
I
it
think
does.
the real sugar Cokes taste a lot better than the high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. I'd have to agree. I've not tasted the corn syrup ones, but I'd have to agree. They're not real sugar Cokes. If you can have the real thing, then why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But Coke's nice. I like Coke. I do like Coke.
Oh, let's see. I think I got one more here.
Let's hear it. Let us
Let me
hear
find it real quick.
it. Gotta tell you what, this hotel room is hotter than Satan's balls, man. Jesus.
Oh, y'all don't have AC over there, do you?
Not really. We do. It is a thing, like, but we don't have air conditioning in his house and stuff. That's like a massive thing over there, isn't it? Like every house has air conditioning.
Oh yeah.
Like
If it doesn't have a central heating and air, they have
yeah,
swamp coolers, which are an AC that goes in the window.
right. Well, here's one actually for you. Do you guys, when you've done your washing, like your clothes washing, do you guys hang them on a washing line in your garden or?
Well, some people do that if they can't
Yeah.
afford a dryer or a washer.
Right.
They'll either go to a laundromat,
Yeah.
or some of them have a washer, but they don't have a dryer. So they'll
Right.
wash their clothes and they'll hang them out on a clothesline. My
Yeah.
mom used to do that. She used to hang her clothes out on the clothesline in the backyard.
It just seems alien to me that in places where it's absolute, because we only use the dryer when it's been pissing down with rain and it's hard to like dry
Mhm.
clothes. But obviously in like America where a lot of the states are really hot like all the time, it'd just be
Yeah,
crazy to waste money on a dryer when you could just hang it on a line. It's free. Doesn't cost
yeah.
anything.
Well, Americans hate bugs, so we have a lot of
Ah,
insects,
true.
and
You
they
don't
like to
want to.
crawl all over your clothes. Yeah.
That's the last thing you want, a snake in your underpants, in it. You know what I mean? An anaconda or something.
hmm
Jesus.
Now,
Yeah, we don't.
the best thing to happen to the UK is Deliveroo.
Right.
Y'all have Deliveroo, right?
Yep. It's very
That was
recent though.
founded in the UK by an American
Really?
due to the lack of great quality food that you can get delivered. They now
Yeah.
deliver restaurant food to your house on bicycles,
Yeah. It's massive. It's huge. Really took off in the last 5 years. It's
created
huge.
by an American.
I never knew that. Is that? Do
Oh
you
yeah,
reckon it was created by an American because they have it all? They have all that stuff over in America, and they thought, why doesn't Britain have this? Let's make
yeah.
some that. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's capitalism.
Smart. Very smart. Very
Very
smart.
smart. That was my last question. So, just to
Yeah. No.
brag
No.
on the
No.
United States helping out the UK again. So
Yeah. To be fair, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we could do good here, and there's a lot of things that they do good in America,
oh,
and
exactly. Yeah,
it swings and roundabouts as we say in Britain. It swings and
yeah.
roundabouts, or traffic
Oh yeah,
signals,
y'all are one of our oldest allies. So
Yeah,
you know.
indeed.
What are y'all doing with that
Oh,
900 ton?
we are at a port, a heavy lift port, Ellesmere port, lifting off pieces for a shutdown that's happening in Stanlow. Which is oil refinery. I think it's Shell.